Alexandre Lemarchand from the Vice President of Sale at Ledger Vault, one of the top 3 cold wallets, and formerly a finance professional with huge experience at Microsoft at Visa. So he has a lot to share about how to solve the custody issue, which also was mentioned here in the comment as one of the most important. So we are tuning Alexandre in and asking how the issue is being solved. Alexandre, waiting for you.
Hello, everybody.
And yeah, we have Alexandre joined.
Hello, sorry. Looks like we faced some technical challenges. Please accept my apologies for that.
That's totally fine.
Thank you all for being here. I will try to catch up those few minutes late. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen. Everything is great. And looking forward to your speech.
Thank you very much. So hello, everybody. My name is Alex. I work at Ledger for more than 2 years, and I'm glad to be in that company to support the sales globally. I'm here today to talk about Ledger Vault, one of our bestseller in terms of enterprise scale solution to support companies building secured custodian services. Ledger, probably some of you know Ledger. Ledger, you know, is not a baby in the crypto space. We were born in 2014, and we are here to deliver one of the best technology to secure critical digital assets. We cover 2 main markets. The consumer market, that means you, individuals, probably listening to me today. But one of the key markets for Ledger is definitely to address the needs when it comes to secure assets in an enterprise for an organization, knowing that the organization brings its own set of constraints, such as it's first a group of people. So we had to think about the best solution to also fit those organizational needs. Today, Ledger has a worldwide presence. We are in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in Zurich, in London, as well as in New York and Paris. And today we are very happy to be with you to explain the new needs of custody. So today, the main, I would say, challenge when it comes to custody, it's you used to have the traditional financial assets, but we realized that with a new set of digital assets, people are facing new operational risks. Digital assets being the crypto that were born back in 2008 with Bitcoin, but we have also more and more securities, utility tokens, as well as stable coins, and you see more and more projects moving toward digitalization of assets. The new operational risks that we face with those type of digital assets, I'd like to categorize that in 3 main ones. The first one is definitely the key management. Manage securely what we call the master secret, the key secret. And it's very important to deliver the most appropriate solution for an organization to manage that. Then obviously with the public blockchain and what we see on the market, that's the way that a transaction is irrevocable. And that's very important for you to take that into consideration as before doing any type of large transactions. You want to secure yourself in a way to manage that accordingly. And then the last new operational risk that raised with the blockchain is definitely the openness of the network with many different actors and a full transparency that you need to embrace. And that's what I call the new blockchain paradigm. Back in 2015, I would say that major financial institutions that decided to enter to that crypto world, they had to build their own solution to secure their assets. You had actually not really another alternative on that market. Everybody was embracing that new economy. And that was back in 2015, the only choice you had to face was to build your own solution, sometimes leveraging other piece of technology from other partners. But if you wanted to build that business for your customers, you had no choice than building your own in-house solutions. Today, you have a large choice of different actors. You have the choice of choosing a custodian. So a custodian is a full end-to-end solution and a company that offering a financial services type of service to you. They will take into account all your funds, and it will be a turnkey solution for such the one you know today in the traditional banking. You have tech vendors, and you know, back to 2015 we were not so many, but today you have serious tech vendors, and we believe Ledger is one of the key leading company in that area. But you have serious technology vendors bringing innovative solutions to the market to help you to achieve that. And then obviously you have some kind of hybrid technology. They're doing both technology and financial services. But at Ledger, what is important for you, we truly believe that focusing on technology only is very important for us, because we all know that investing in all those different solutions takes time, takes a lot of money. And I think it's better for us to be really the best in terms of security and technology and help other actors to go up to speed on that system. So today you have really the choice either to trust a custodian or partner with a technology vendor. It is important to understand, if I'm here today, is to explain that while you didn't really have the choice in 2015, today it's time for you to consider an alternative and stop building in-house solutions. And I will try to explain why. But it's very important to build trust, and it's very important for all of you today to understand that in 2020 and 21, in few months, you can rely on very important companies that have been investing millions of dollars in building a technology and a solution to help you. And building your own infrastructure is very expensive. And I think we all know that if you look at what happened in the cloud system in other environments, we see that at the beginning, people were reluctant. They didn't want to invest in other third-party solutions. But today, let's think about what you are doing. If you're an asset manager, if you are a crypto bank, if you are financial services custodian, you're going to have to tackle a lot of projects. You're going to have to invest in many different projects to improve the level of service to your customers. So building your own infrastructure is quite expensive. And I tell you, we know that because we do it. First, you need the investment, you need the resources, you need to find the key developers that will be able to help you to embrace all those different technologies around the different blockchains. Tomorrow it's going to be Tezos, then you're going to have Polkadot, and as many blockchains as you see on the market today, you need to get the expertise to maintain that. You're going to have to maintain that system. We have major upgrades coming on a regular basis on all the different blockchains. That means you still need to develop, to maintain, and bring the highest level of technology to support the latest updates. Redundancy, what does that mean? That means if you want to secure the money on behalf of your customers tomorrow, you need to make sure that you bring the highest level of, let's say, infrastructure, such as redundancy, invest in data center, invest in cloud technologies. And that's a huge cost, but that's what you need to bring a SLA close to 100%. You need to operate your nodes. People sometimes just forget that in the blockchain world, operating nodes is not something very simple because it's an infrastructure. You need people to operate. We have 24/7 people working to support our customers. Everything has a cost. And then I mentioned that earlier, supporting new assets. As you could see, while the market is stabilizing, because we see that the market cap, we still have in the top 20, always the usual suspects, but still, we've seen in those last 2 years, huge innovation. Staking being one, DeFi being one of them we're all talking about today. So you need those resources and still to continue to invest. And that's what we do at Ledger. We do that, and that's what we propose to our customers. But obviously, you know, Ledger, the key thing for us is security. We would not exist without a very high level of security. This is what we bring to our customers. Trust, sleep well, be confident that your funds will be safe. And then you can continue to develop your services for your customers, but then rely on our technology to secure the funds. That's why we have today what we call the dungeon. It's an attack lab. They do that every day. We just got the SOC 2 compliance certifications, as well as ANSI, which is obviously a French national security agency, but one of the most famous agencies in the world, collaborating with other global agencies. And then research and development. These are huge investments as well. 160 engineers, plus 100 coming in the next few months. What about you? Think again about what you are doing. Wouldn't it be a better idea for you to spend that investment on the key and core services that you propose to your customers? And we can work with you on that. So obviously, it's good to say we're great, we do great security, but that's a long journey. Tech providers, they should also work and closely with our partners and customers, because building a full digital asset custody technology is a long journey, because we have much more than security to bring on the market. Obviously, the first thing that we brought on the market was to implement the account segregation. For a custodian, because you, again, hold funds on behalf of other people, you need to hold keys securely. You must set governance rules, because security is a technical topic as well as organizational aspects. Who's able to do what and when? How much can I transfer? Do I need, as well as you could see, validation from my clients? Typically a scenario that we implement with more and more people managing funds on behalf of their customers. They want also their customer to be part of some of the validation process. And obviously, then you need to have a clear understanding of what you see is what you view. This is what you see, sorry, is what you validate is through the validation transaction process. Very important to have a full transparency, meet any regulatory type of constraints that you may face in your country or in your region, such as Europe. But building a full custodian technology platform requires a lot of investment as well, and research, and as well as bringing more on top of the core wallet management capabilities. Because we need to integrate new services. The wallet management is key. That's our core business. That's how everybody started. We have to face different type of wallets. We try to bring the most flexible and scalable technology to handle those. And then you realize that when you deliver those services to your customers, you need to bring new services such as tax, such as settlement, clearing, which is one of the key pain points for most of the people doing that business today. And all those blocks you see on the top will be a mix of built-in solution we bring inside our solution, as well as partnering with key actors on the market, thanks to the integration framework, where today what we call technically an API allows us to also interact with other type of services that will bring value to your technology framework if you want to deliver a higher level of service to your customers. As a conclusion, I'm here to explain that we enter into a new world, into a new period of the growth of our market. Why Bitcoin is growing fast with the market cap that reached more than $400 billion, I think we are also moving towards the third-party type of custodian business. It's important to understand that the people doing custody today, they need to embrace that new digital asset type of world. And today, it is really time for anybody in that ecosystem to think about leveraging what exists on the market. It's time to stop building in-house and build trust with key partners, and then help you to continue to grow in what you try to build, and rely on people for security such as Ledger, as well as KYC. You have a couple of very good actors, AML, etc. Any type of services that you believe will help you to bring trust to your customers. And we continue to build more integration. We truly believe in an integrated world. Ledger will never ever be able to deliver all services that are required. Ledger has a partnership type of strategy where we already decided to do what we ask you to do with us. We rely on trusted partners that are bringing very high value services to add value to our solution. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to share to you. And then I'm available if you have a few questions, I guess.
Thank you for your nice speech, and thank you for the look on the custody from the professional providers. The last thing you mentioned about the integration going on the market, I am wondering if we have already specified providers for different kinds of services, for KYC, as you mentioned, for wallets, for custody, etc. On your opinion, are we going to see kind of horizontal integration of different kinds of services through the ways of mergers and acquisitions to provide perhaps more cheaper service due to the economies of scale or unite customer bases? Because actually setting up a business in the fintech, maybe in the tokenization space, is maybe expensive if you need KYC and custody and all of the things together, high upfront investment. Can it reduce cost potentially?
Sure. So reducing cost is always the key thing that customers are asking, because in that new market, you know, they try already first to make money sometimes. You know, people, they try to build a trading business, then they're gonna start to do to embrace that technology and try to get money. So obviously, to respond to your question, we're on a moving market. So you're gonna see different things coming in. First, what I said today, it's time to see more people focusing on a specific piece of what we try to achieve together. You said we need to invest in different things, KYC, etc. Yes, why? Because today you need to build trust, because customers, they need trust. If we want to be successful with those digital assets, if we want to grow that market cap, we need to grow the number of people embracing that new digital assets. You see great things coming in the US. You've seen the announcement with PayPal, MicroStrategy investing 50 millions of their own treasury inside Bitcoin. You see that the traditional world is starting to embrace that. But to continue to grow that, which is what we all expect, you need to bring trust to that market. And trust will come with KYC, because today you know that this is one of the important components, as well as our technology. Therefore, to respond to your question, today you have many niche actors building great and a secured solution. And for sure, based on my experience in other type of technologies, for sure you can think about people acquiring others, etc., to accelerate the go-to-market and bring more value faster to their customers. But today, it's still you know, a moving market where it's important to look at what's going on and keep people focusing on a very specific niche area, because each of those are very specific and requires a lot of investment. And for me, it's not realistic to think about embracing all the different requests that you need if you are an asset manager. And I know exactly what you want to provide to your customer, but you won't find one unique product to address all of them. So that's why, to conclude, being able to integrate something broader is important. That means you can be flexible enough to scale your platform and your framework to continue to grow and offer more services. So you could start with security, then KYC, and maybe tomorrow it will be settlement or tax, etc., etc.
Great, thank you for your reply, and I hope it provides answer to many of our viewers. I thank you for the speech. The next speaker is ready, so we continue our conversation and you get many outreaches. All the best.
Thank you very much. And I'm very sorry again for the technical issue we faced at the first minutes, but I wish all of you a great day, great event. Thanks, and happy to be there today. Take care.
Bye.